I underestimated the power of your own will, basically, which is what a lot of magic teaches you how to use. Well, I wouldn't compare myself to that character. I mean, she's evil. I mean, she's a bad girl.
Even I couldn't go that low. Bravo!
Witchcraft is a very interesting thing to learn about because it can be very, very useful. It's kind of something that came in and out of my life, but in making the film, I did a lot of research, so I learned a lot more about it. Definitely empowerment, female empowerment. These are called fortune bracelets. Each of the colors on the bracelets represents a different thing. You put them on your wrist, and when all the beads finally fall off, then that means that your wish has been granted. Candle magic is very prevalent in witchcraft. It's used because of the different symbolic representations of the colors. So basically, it's like all your willpower and all the, like, you know, how much you want it, you put it into the candle, and when you light it, it's symbolic of you gaining your wish.
Let's call the corners, shall we?
Calling the corners, there's 4 corners. The east, the south, the west, and, you know, the north, and each of the corners has a special symbolic significance. So you would take something like this, you'd call the guardian of that corner and ask him to come down into your circle and bring with him his powers. Here we have our little selection of crystal balls. They, as you might know, are used for what we call scrying in Wicca, which is fortune telling, basically. And they're great cleansers as well, and I know that crystals have become very kind of hip lately. They've become the new thing, but that's because they work.
He's sorry! Oh, he's sorry! He's sorry! He's sorry! He's sorry! He's sorry!
The thing is that I think essentially the girls were in it for the fun of it. But then my character, Nancy, who is a power freak, and if it had just been the other girls, they probably wouldn't have gotten into such a dark situation. But because I'm the one that's telling them what to do, you know, they follow my instructions, so it kind of beelines. But that's because her purposes are kind of shaky.
He's so pathetic!
All of the symbolic things associated with witchcraft were given a bad name. I think that essentially that stems from the persecution of the witches throughout the centuries. If you had moles, you were a witch. If they poked you with red-hot pokers and you didn't scream the right pitch, you were a witch. You know, there is always a dark side, and it's up to the person that gets involved in it which side he wants to choose. There always has to be a little bit of both for the balance, but you can either go one way and go into the negative or go the positive way, which is, you know, something that I hope that most people would rather gear towards.
Girls, watch out for those weirdos.
We are the weirdos, mister.